Hello from Western New York. And, well, I just finished watering my my plants. I managed to get a few more free ones. I got some geraniums. There's a sort of a pinkish one, and then there's the reds. And then, of course, I got some white. Of course, one annoyance is that they've kind of been in the car for more than a few hours, so I just hope they're okay. You know, a little bit of water should help them out. Same thing with a little bit of Miracle Grow stuff. Of course, over here I got some peppers. I got 14 of them. 7 of them are the spicy kind, the hot peppers, and the other 7 are sweet peppers. So, and I'm going to see about having them separated. You know, as I plant them, you know, like on the one side of my over here, my garden bed. I'm gonna see about having do something like spicy or sweet on this side, and then have the other ones on this side. And I see I'm gonna have to do some pulling on grass. But that's probably going to be a given for a while. Yeah. Considering what this bed started out as. You know, it's just literally a hotbed full of weeds. And this here I just hope I'm not pulling up the squash. Oh well. You know, it's not like it was probably wasn't the world's best squash anyways. Basically, what I'm going to do is see about, like I said, along that side, put in either the sweet peppers or the hot peppers, and over on this side, put the other type over, and then along in here, probably put in the tomatoes, and then put in the geraniums and the I'll put in the geraniums and the pansies. Some of them anyway. Well, some of the pansies anyways. My aunt has expressed an interest in some of them. Here you can eat dandelions with, you know, you add in a little bit of vinegar on them. But I don't eat dandelions. And I kind of hope I'm not pulling up any baby brassicas, because there was a big, huge cabbage stalk in here, but, you know, but I'm not, well, you know, if you're not sure what it is you get, no sense in keeping it, and the definition of a weed is a plant in the spot that you do not want. You know? And given that what I did was with these plants was quite literally throw a whole. What I did was quite literally throw on a whole bunch of dirt and then throw among you know, potting soil, compost, dehydrated cow manure, potting soil, garden soil, as well as perlite and vermiculite. You know, I mean, you know, I don't quite know, and then topped it all off with hay. It's kind of maybe a little hard to just pick out what is and what isn't a weed at this stage. But the general idea is, what I'm going to do, like I said, I'm going to see about putting in the peppers, half the peppers along in here, the other half along in here, put the tomatoes along in here, and then maybe put in some of the flowers, and then hopefully there'll be enough space that come about middle of August, I can put in some kale seeds. Because I managed to purchase them. I'd have a few insects jumping around in here. Maybe crickets. Yep, crickets. Gonna see about putting in. I got 4 different varieties of kale. One is a variety called Premier. It's like a smooth leaf variety. Then there's Dwarf. It's got like a lot of crinkles, you know. And then there's Dinosaur, which again has you know, kind of, it's got some crinkles in it. And then there's the Red Russian. I think I did the accent right, or something close to it. You know, see about putting those in. And you know, basically my idea is like create a space, you know, put in like 3 seeds, then move a distance, put in 3 more, you know, so that way I can kind of space them out, you know, and then like whichever one of the 3 is the best, you know, thin out that way, instead of having the long rows, which I mean you got to do a whole lot of thinning, yeah. Of course, that's my plan. Well, right now is because I did manage to purchase some kale, so that's good. Gladiolas are doing pretty good. Let's see what those ones look like, you know, in about a month. And well, like I said, tomatoes, pansies, geraniums, peppers, and mind you, these were all free. The kale, well, I had to pay for that. You know, I mean, apparently seeds still ain't free. Now we got this bush right here. Roses are doing pretty good. The blueberries look good so far. So I think the birds may have beaten me to a number of the berries on a number of these plants. Not that I'm complaining too much. Although I'd wish I'd leave me some. Yeah. I grew them. I should at least enjoy some of the bounty. I mean, okay, I've had the odd berry here and there. Usually the ones you see me get. I mean, I won't complain. I mean, it's note to self, get some more mulch to put around the base of these and a few other plants. Well, roses are, going through their phase. Honey eyes are looking good. Might have to do some weeding. Might end up doing that Sunday. That's turning. The Jostaberry. Black currant. Not expecting anything on it this year. Though I do hope it grows nice. Well, I might have to do a little bit of a cleaning up here. I mean, looks like some of these leaves are getting sunburned or something. I'm not quite sure which. Although these are doing pretty good. Same thing with these ones. Of course, that one was an older bush, so who knows? Maybe its age is affecting it a little bit, or the whole being hacked down to nothing. That might have done it too. And this little stick is holding up pretty good. See what it looks like next year, and the remaining gooseberries on my Pixwell are doing nice. I mean, small, but good flavor, reasonably. And the Japanese beetles stay out. Granted, they concentrate on the leaves, but again, gonna need to trim that branch and a couple more. Yeah, red hinomakis are looking good. Hard to believe that these two are a little more than sticks, Hard to believe. But they are a nice height. I mean, they're almost up to my knee there, and well, not quite up to my knee, but they're doing good. The grapes on this Mars are getting nice. I think what I'm going to need to do is get some rope and see about tying that in a bit closer to my post, for lack of a better word, preferably before my strings snap. And something similar with these longer grapevines. Might end up having to do something like that with this, because this is getting frayed. Whole family's dining on this one. I mean, I think I got enough rope. I can, well, bale or twine. I can find some I can use. See about doing a little bit of tying. Because this one here, I mean, a number of them are, you know, they're just covered in these. Hope it didn't hurt that thing too much. These beetles. And granted, all I'm doing is just knocking the beetles off, because I mean, here there's a couple of tactics you could try using, but well, Thistle's doing pretty good. Black Eye Susan's doing pretty good too. I mean, here there's a couple of tricks you could probably try using, but well, I might have to double check on a few things. Well, these daylilies are doing pretty good. Although, this year, a couple of these other things are, you know, nearing the end of their stage, their life cycle for the season. I kind of wished I knew what really attracted the Japanese beetles. That way I can use them as a decoy plant. You know, set them up in the right spot, attracts the Japanese beetles to that location, spares most of my crops. You know, hello? Bit of good news is, now that I got some peppers, I will be able to soon whip up the eviction notice for Mr. Mole here. I got your eviction notice coming right up. Because basic idea is, you buy some hot peppers, puree them, and then pour them down the hole. They will not harm your plants, but the mole, they take away with that, taste it, and they're gonna clear out of here. At least that's the general idea. And I see some of my black raspberry canes are getting nice and tall. I am going to need to come out here with my pruners, you know. Get the top off right about here. Right on here in this one. And probably a few of the other ones, you know. On the basis of them being just a little too big. You know, that way they'll focus into creating these lateral branches, like what this one is doing nicely so far, and what this one's doing. sometimes these lateral branches are getting taller than the original height of the plant would have been. Like down in here, you know, this is probably like about here. You know, lateral branches can get about 5 feet in length. Kind of hope that these are doing okay. I am mildly surprised over here that my Killarney plants aren't providing me with any fruit, but that's to be expected. I mean, I put them in last year, so, and these things are, you know, just sticks that were in a bad spot. Now they're in a much better spot. And, you know, you get those nice little surprises as they grow and as they spread. I need to do some weeding. I just hope that the elderberry that I got back here will grow up better. I haven't really seen any fall golds over in here, you know, the yellow raspberries. Although that's not too surprising. It is kind of shaded here. They didn't do so well last year, once I put in, but you know, they're getting to be a good size, so I mean, hopefully most of them will produce this fall. Let's see what the Carolina looks like. The Beyond, I'm not really expecting anything. Then there's the Annie, another yellow over there. We'll see what happens with that one as well. Same thing with a number of these primocane varieties of blackberries I got in here. You know, like this guy, the Primark Freedom. I mean, I did find another Primark Traveler, but, well, by now that one's probably been sold. So, well, we'll see what happens. But like I said, they got, well, I got, like I said, a number of Chester, Apache, and Arapaho all mixed together in here. And they should be doing okay. I mean, I've gotten plenty of good sign anyways. It says that things are doing okay, and of course I got plenty of sign that says I got a bit of a Japanese beetle problem. Plenty of sign of that. Annoying. This one's got some fruit coming along right in there. I think that was the black satin. Satin. That one there's the baby cakes. One good thing about the primocane varieties of blackberries and raspberries, it's like this. You get a bad winter, it kills your canes to the point you gotta cut them down. And that's sad. Good news. New canes will grow up in the fall, you know, throughout the rest of the year. And then, late summer, early fall, you start to see those flowers again. And then, you find out you got yourself a nice crop of blackberries and raspberries. You know, it's just, you know, nice. Huh? And in fact, one of the recommendations is, with these primocane varieties, is quite literally, when they're done fruiting in the fall, get the lawnmower and mow them down. Or get the pruners, or electric clippers, or whatever. And next fall, whoop, you got yourself a bumper crop. Still, you know, I mean, at the moment, I'm just waiting, seeing what happens. We'll see what happens, you know, it's a lot of seeing what happens. Well, this is Western New York. Subscribe if you like this. Post comments. Hit the like button. And all that other good stuff, okay? Well, goodbye.